Evening all, Louise here, another episode of Straighten Your Crown Tarot. If you want to be entered into the draw for my old Rider-Waite tarot deck that I've had for over 15 years, along with the case that I made to go with it, yes, I know it's not perfect because I'm not a perfect sewer. You need to be subscribed and you need to put in the comments interested, and I'll enter you into the draw. It's going to be a long way off because I'm not going to draw the draw until I reach 4,000 subscribers. So that's plenty of time to get your interest registered. Anybody who's already put interested, you've been entered in the draw. Please don't enter more than once. Let's give everybody a fair crack at the whip. Right, this reading tonight is about this supposedly fandabidoze, all singing, all dancing trade deal with India. And I want to ask the cards today, will this trade deal help or hinder the British working class? Now, what do I know about this trade deal? I know that whoever comes to work in the UK from India will not have to pay national insurance for 3 years. I know that there are billions of people in India, and also India and Pakistan are at war. India declared war on Pakistan. They attacked Pakistan yesterday, and I believe Pakistan has retaliated with an attack today. That's in the Far East. However, we've got issues on the streets, and I believe that outside the High Commission in London, there is a group of Pakistani men kicking off as we speak. Keir Starmer at Question Time, I've just looked at Question Time, he seems to be intimating that if he hadn't stopped the winter fuel allowance, he wouldn't have got this deal through. He also seems to be intimating that he's closed the black hole, the £22 billion black hole, which is odd because Rachel Reeves has already spent 46 billion. So I'm not really sure what that's all about. There is some question over bringing in immigration just from India. Some people believe that there will be a legal case against the government for that, and that the government will have to also equally take in workers from Pakistan. So I want to know, is this going to help or hinder? Right now, it's bringing a Far East war onto British soil, albeit minor, but we all know what the two sides, what Pakistan and India are like. Not that long ago, there were riots in Leicester over India winning a cricket match. So precarious times, but I've heard that on the radio while I've been working, that some people on both sides, left and right, think it's a good idea. They think it's a wonderful idea, and other people think it's a terrible idea. And people from both sides have said that this is not an unusual deal, that we have this kind of deal with 50 other countries. 50 other countries. So I'm wondering, what's this all about? So I've got the Wisdom of the Oracle cards, and today I'm working with the Lightseers tarot deck because I don't believe there's any nudity in that. So what's the issue then? So if our employers have just had to pay much more money in national insurance for employees, and yet Indian businesses are able to come over here and not pay any national insurance for 3 years, and their workers will be entitled to vote, and they will also be entitled to access things like the NHS. On top of which, we've got issues already with housing. We've got people being issued Section 21 notices from their landlords because the landlords have had a better deal from Serco to house illegal immigrants rather than stick them up in hotels. We've still got more boat people coming over, and recently there was an Iranian terror attack foiled. And the government is refusing to say whether these people are illegal immigrants or not. What kind of situation are we in? Is this deal going to help the UK? On the upside, we may get cheaper goods from India. We already get cheap enough goods from India. What kind of people are they bringing over? I don't have a definitive list, but I did hear briefly that the kind of people who will be accepted over here will be Indian chefs. Not that we haven't got enough chefs of our own, and yoga teachers. What's that all about? And the two things, well, I've made a little note, now just give me a minute. Oh yeah, so the two things that they're especially excited about is Indian shellfish and textiles. So what about shellfish then? Right. So are we going to be importing shellfish, etc., from India, while at the same time giving over our fishing industry to France? Does this make sense? Please let me know in the comments, because it's not making any sense to me. So I have reservations, but I'm not, I don't know that much about it. I'm just telling you what I do know. Deep knowing, number 43. Number 43. Bearing in mind that India and Pakistan are both nuclear powers. So, you know, there's no pictures of hordes and hordes of Pakistani men going to the airport in order to fight for the country. So, what's that all about then? What have we got? This is a time when your hunches will pay large dividends if you listen to them. Take the risk and act. Within you, there is an auricular consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the machinations of the small thinking mind. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the genius of the collective. The energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available to tune into. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. So maybe you need to listen. I need to think a bit more carefully about it. Interestingly enough, Yvette Cooper was not even consulted on this. The Home Secretary, the person in charge of immigration, wasn't even consulted. And what I did find, as a side note, very, very strange, was that Keir Starmer was sat with Lucy Powell at his right hand at question time today. So that's a big FU to the people who think she should have been sacked. And the survivors of the grooming gangs and their families. I don't know. I just don't know. It could be a good thing, but my gut feeling is telling me that we are in for a whole world of trouble with this. So let's have a look. Tarot, the Light Seers Tarot. Do not fail me, Tarot. Don't want to see any boobs, etc. I can't be dealing with the strikes. Right, we've got the Eight of Wands. We've got the Seven of Cups. I've ordered a new what's it? A new phone holder so that it can just literally look down. So I'm not picking them up all the time. I can just point to them. Not very cheap. I'm not taking that lot. Not very cheap, but hey ho. The things I do for you lot. The 8 of Cups. Ooh. 8 of Cups. And the 6 of Swords. Right, so we've got the 8 of Wands. We're talking lots of talks, lots of messages, phone calls, meetings, lots of travel. It's a very, very busy time right now. There's lots of people talking about this. There's a lot of noise about this. This 8 of Wands feels full of energy and bright spark ideas. This is what that one feels like with me. But coupled with the 7 of Cups, there's all these bright spark ideas, and this is the 7 of Cups is confusion. So it's like it's saying to me, if you like, that although there's all this, oh, aren't we fantastic? We've done this brilliant job. Let's pat ourselves on the back. They've made this deal in haste. This feels like a hasty deal. And now when all the people are coming out and showing them where the downfall is, where the pitfalls are, they're now thinking, oh God, what have we done? And that's what this feels like. This deal was on the table before the Labour Party came into power, and it was turned down. And it was turned down because of this national insurance removal of national insurance for 3 years. Because when the Tories were in power, they saw that that would just bring in people who are freeloading, people who would bend the rules in order to come here and stay here. They weren't having it. And Modi is a very, very hard driver of hard bargains. And he had his red line, and he wasn't going to bend on it. Now he's had his red line, and Labour's bent on it, and I think they've realised that it might be a bit of a ridiculous thing to have announced, because on the day they announce that they've got this trade deal with India, India declares war on Pakistan. I'm not sure whether there's a back out of this clause, but I think there possibly is, because with the 8 of Cups walking away from this deal, you've then got them moving through choppy waters, being dragged through to the other side, having lost probably a lot of money, I would say. I'm not sure whether the get out clause from this deal is, we can't do a trade deal with you while you are at war with a country that we hold a lot of citizens. You know, we've got a lot of citizens that originate from Pakistan, and we're doing a trade deal with India. And we've got a lot of Indian people that live in the UK that have lived and worked here. Many, many. I think that there are equal amounts. We've got just an equal amount of Indian to Pakistani, I think, in this country. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But we've got a 50-50 Indian Pakistani cohort living within the UK. And that's where this sort of legal challenge seems to be coming in, the possibility of a legal challenge coming in, because then it would seem as unfair or even racist, or favouring one nation over the other at a time of war. It's very volatile. This is very volatile. But it does feel like they might back out of it. They might find a clause to back out of it. They were all, aren't we fantastic at the beginning, but, you know, aren't we bright sparks with all this brand new idea? And then they've thought, oh, wait, India's just declared war on Pakistan. Now we've got homegrown people who originated from that region now scrapping with each other on the streets. Is this going to be carnage? So I'm not sure whether this is backing out of the deal. And they'll keep saying, oh, it's a reciprocal deal. But how many people are going to go and work in India? I ask you. How many people can just up sticks and go and work in India and earn what they earn here? I have the cost, the standard of living that we have here. If you've ever been to India, the streets are filthy. You've got cows walking walking all over the place. They crap everywhere. People burn their dead at the side of the river Ganges. Is the most polluted river ever. People crap on the streets in India. It's not very hygienic. Some places are lovely if you're going to go as a tourist, but if you actually look at India outside of the touristy areas, you won't want to live there. It's quite corrupt, and so is Pakistan actually. But you won't want to live there. So we've got this you've got this bright spark, confusion, and then we've got this emperor, this authoritarian stamp to it. It's now the authoritarianism seems to be coming from the Far East, and I think this is down to the deal they've been had. They've been had over a barrel actually by Modi, because he had these red lines with the Conservatives, and the Conservatives didn't bend. Labour, being naive and think they know everything, have done all this fantastic deal quickly in order to regain some sort of, I don't know, dignity after their huge losses in the local elections. Done this deal very, very quickly. In actual fact, the deal they've done is a deal that even the Conservatives wouldn't touch, because it means a detriment to the British population and the British government. Because don't forget, if they're not paying national insurance to our British government, we've got all these people coming in that we're going to have to support and give healthcare to and find accommodation for on our tax money. Means that they're not receiving anything into the treasury. It feels like they've been had, but also the emperor is the god, is Mars. It is the god of war. It is the general. So I'm thinking maybe this, what turned out, what originally felt like a good deal, they're now confused about that, because now India is at war with Pakistan. That's what's crossing it. And then we've got the Page of Wands with the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Cups. So we've got this confusion. We're confused. Oh, this is a, oh shit, what have I done moment, this one. And this one is, I'm going to have to walk away from it. How am I going to walk away from it? This Page of Wands is a messenger. This is a messenger with that will come in with some creative or inspirational creation, some sort of bright spark idea of how to sort of, I don't think it's how to get away with it, but I think someone's coming in going, you need to get out now before you actually, before it goes any further. And I think that's what this is. Someone who's actually, there's someone within the Labour Party, don't know who it is. It's a younger person that's gone, do you know what do you realise what you've just done? Now, the Labour Party does rely on their vote from the Pakistani community, from the Muslim Pakistani community. So I think they've realised that that ship sailed, and they've shit the pot full where that's concerned, because it does look like they're favouring India over Pakistan. And then we've got Judgment in reverse. So we've got this walking away and trying to find our way back to calmer stores, a bit bedraggled, and it does feel, I've got to say, it does feel like getting out of this is going to cost us with this judgment in reverse. They've done it, but they don't understand. Yeah. See, judgment is about waking up. It's about realizing a realization hitting you. They've done it, but they still haven't realized. It seems like there's still no realization there. It's tone deafness. It's an inability to accept responsibility. Just walking off, turning your back. Oh, we'll battle through it. This could even be, we'll turn our backs on the critics. We'll battle through it now we've signed the deal. And I don't understand what your problem is. This is like gaslighting. So the gaslighting. So it's either they're going to get away with this and walk away from this deal, or they're not, and they're going to gaslight everybody who was criticising the way it was done, how it was done, and the consequences of it. But like I say, some Conservative MPs think it's a good deal. Some Labour MPs think it's a good deal. Some Tories think it's the worst deal ever, and some Labour MPs think it's the worst deal ever. So I don't know how many of them have looked through the fine print. I haven't, because I haven't had the chance. But all I'm telling you is what I've been picking up. And also, there's no criteria for the workforce to speak English, which is a bit problematic. We've got Temperance. We've got the Lovers. Right. So we've got this war going on, and this authoritarian leadership, if you like. The general. I see this as Modi. And then we've got this very carefree, lackadaisical, come day, go day attitude towards this deal coming from the Labour Party, refusing to accept that there might be an issue coming up. And then you've got Temperance. So, and if you look, he's got the sun and the moon, the sun and the moon. So he's juggling what's on the surface and what's underneath the surface. The sun illuminates, the moon hides. So I'm seeing this as, this isn't seen as patience to me today. This is seen as the Labour Party illuminating what they think we need to hear. And if you've noticed, the illumination is on the side of the Page of Wands and hiding some very iffy details. And that's on the side of the person the Emperor, who I'm viewing as Modi in this instant. So there's some parts of this deal that haven't come to light yet. And that is done purposefully. And then, with the Page of Wands and Judgment in reverse, we've got the Lovers, partnership. We've got this attitude of everything's going to be all right, aren't we fabulous? This feels very, very naive. This is very naive. It's like, isn't the world marvellous? Aren't we fantastic? But there are a lot of people that refuse to see what's really going on. And then we've got those Lovers, which is a deal. It's a partnership. It's not necessarily a love relationship. It could be a partnership. It can also be a choice. So I'm thinking Labour are going to have to choose between India and Pakistan. And isn't it strange how the male in this Lover's card has got the darker skin tone of an Indian person, and the woman's got a lighter skin tone, a lighter brown skin tone, like a Pakistani female. It's like there's a choice. He can't choose both. He has to make a choice. And that could, my friends, be his downfall, because he cannot afford to make a choice and choose India over Pakistan. So does he choose them both? In which case, if Pakistan and India have got exactly the same deal, we'll be seeing an influx of Pakistani and Indian workers coming into the UK because of this, and even more so because they're now at war. Five of Pentacles is our outcome. This is scarcity. This is lack. This is people with no money, beggars, people. You've got these people destitute on the street. Well, behind that door is a lot of money. So I'm going to say no, this deal is not going to help the English UK population at all. It's just going to impoverish us even more. Hang on to your hearts. If you can grow food, grow some food. Learn how to preserve, learn how to freeze vegetables. Don't throw anything away. Learn how to mend things. Learn how to make your own, I don't know, cleaning products. Just learn how to do things. If you don't already know, if you know an older person who made do and mended during the war, ask someone. Start talking to people. If you don't know yourself, find people who do. And it's about community, because it is going to make us poorer. Because now I've got them all out on the table. This whole central card is, isn't life fantastic? Aren't I fabulous? I've done this new inspirational thing. But in actual fact, some things are illuminated, some things are hidden on purpose. They made a deal with an authoritarian leader. Starmer's also an authoritarian leader. So, but I'm seeing this as Modi. This is Mars. I'm seeing this as Modi because he's sat on Mars, and Mars is the god of war. You know, they're not going to walk away. They're going to turn their backs on the people who think it's not such a good idea, and they're going to push us through some very, very stormy seas. They're refusing to wake up to what they've done. They are going to go ahead, push ahead. They possibly will bring Pakistan into this deal as well, in order to not lose all the the votes from the Pakistani community. We're looking at I'm not seeing this as a as a truce. I'm not seeing this as a truce at all between India and Pakistan. And the outcome is that we will be more impoverished because of it. Not a fabulous reading, but there you go. Let's have a read. We haven't had a read for a bit, have we? That one's warm. Ooh, that one's warm. We've got this one again. This one. Why is this one always warm? I know it's not but I don't know if you can see this because it's in light. Right, where's my book? In fact, let me have the little book. I'll do a little book because it's quicker. Away. Come on. Rider. Where are we? There, rider. Means a ride or journey. Progress, riding the right order or the right way to proceed rationally. And growth. So let's have another one. So we're talking about the right way to proceed. Are we going the right way to proceed? I'll take two more actually, because those two feel quite warm. We have this one, looks like an M, and this one looks like an R. So let's have a look. So we've got we've got M. Oh, what am I doing? I'm doing. Come on, can't find them. Right. Monos. This is monos. Humanity, mankind. The associations are awareness, self-knowledge, and collective consciousness, conscious of humanity. So, and then the other one is logos. Water, flow, emotions, water renewal, and life energy. So, what we got the first one? A progress, a journey, emotions. Hang on, what's that other one again? I've forgotten. Collective conscious. Right, so we've got a journey of collective consciousness full of emotion. Oh my goodness, that makes sense actually. So here we are on this journey. We're all finding our tribe, our collective consciousness. No matter what's going on out there, no matter what the politicians are doing, we're all thinking what we're thinking. And the local elections showed us what a lot of people are thinking without actually saying what they're thinking, because of the results of the local elections. So we're all on this journey together. Most of us are thinking the same things. And it's very, very emotional because we're going through huge upheaval, huge change. And we all know deep down that until 2029, scarcity is something that we're going to have to get used to. We're going to have to learn to make do with what we've got and start cooking with them leftovers and finding, I don't know, wartime recipes and stuff like that, and just doing what we can when we can. Keep your money as much as you possibly can to yourself and spend as little as possible. Cause I'm sorry, but the shysters are getting enough of our money. And along with this deep knowing, we already know where it's going. But we cannot let it break us. We can't let this break us. We just have to be more determined. We have to be the chariot. We have to be determined to plough through no matter what. And have faith, no fear. Have faith that it will right itself. It's going to right itself. But what we're experiencing right now is the pain that's being doled out to us because we have a dying establishment that doesn't want to go to its grave just yet. But believe you me, they will be going because the Grim Reaper's coming for them. And I don't mean that literally, I mean it metaphorically. Right, I am going, and I shall see you all. If you're not going to come in the live chat, I shall see you all tomorrow. And if you're in the live chat, I'll see you there. Let's just hope this one doesn't get demonetized, because then Bluebells aren't going to get much money, I can tell you, next month. Anyway, I'm off, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Ta-ra!